What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today with our first VOD review, patch 16.2. Feels like this deep into the set, we should already be on patch 3, but because of that long holiday patch, this is the second patch of the set, and my god, it was a huge patch. It shifted the meta a ton. We are seeing a ton of new comps emerge today, and in games like this, which actually occurred yesterday, this is a PBE scrim on 16.2 with some of NA's best players. If you look to the right here, see names like Wajan Iverson, Marcel P, Bobster, Robin Songs, JD Zielinski, Jungle Book, Darth Noob. I mean, these are the best players in North America. And then we're not watching any of them. We are watching CantWithoutYou, our most recent world champion. I don't know who got this guy into the lobby, but we got him in here. And I mean, I'm so excited to watch him play because he destroyed these scrims. In 4 games, he went 1-1-1-1. He legit just four games, 4 firsts, like an absolute beast. And so I thought it's absolutely necessary to watch him. And this game, he played a comp that I'm really excited about watching. This is the new Premier Fast 9 option that exists. First to augment here, the buried it's not called buried treasure, I don't know, treasure hunt, the steadfast heart one, and the speedy double kill. We'd like an econ augment. We're playing TFT in any year that exists, so we'd like an econ augment. We actually roll in a triple econ augment. I do think Epoch is just generically the best one here, especially because, you know, a true 2's there to give us a 2-star, 2 cost. We don't actually want it that bad because we really want to play this board, exactly this board. We end up picking up our Ionia here, and we can actually fit this board here. We actually roll again here. I will say that we can still play towards the Bard. Bard did receive a really chunky nerf this patch, where on stage 3 and stage 4 you get 1 less reroll. But still, if you are going to be losing, it's still a lot of value. I mean, if you can win with Bard, it's still the exact same value as before. So definitely something we can look at unlocking here. It is the XP Ionia. I don't know if I said that already, but this game we are playing XP Ionia. And yeah, we're just gonna burn the rest of our Epoch rolls, try to make 10 gold this round, and then look at very likely a Bard unlock on next round. But we will see. We'll see what we do here. And yeah, we do full sell here, make the 10 gold. Just gonna hold our upgrades here, but not actually hold extra Ionia units, just because 1, it's not that likely that we're gonna make the 5 Ionia quickly, and 2, I mean, making 10 gold is really good in TFT. Usually when you can make 10 gold, you should do it, because econ snowballs and your first 10 is really important. So we could actually, yeah, we could level and roll here for the Bard, and CantWithoutYou does opt to do that. The only downside is now the only way to make gold is to sell the Jhin, and he is very open to that sell. Jhin 2 is not going to be a huge upgrade onto this board, and I mean, we really need that first 10 gold here. The Bard will help build back some of that econ, but I mean, you don't want to be in a situation where you're not making 10 at 2-3. That is one of those econ thresholds that you kind of need to make, or your life is gonna suck. But yeah, I mean, the spot looks great. We have the XP Ionia here, so we can really play anything we want here. It's really kind of dealer's choice. Just, you know, pick what comp you want to play here, and so I think it makes perfect sense that CantWithoutYou does angle to the line that we are playing this game, because it is really just the best Fast 9 option that exists. Every, you know, patch, people find new ways to play TFT. This patch, some really big buffs to Ziggs particularly has shifted the meta a lot, and a lot of nerfs to the other, you know, Fast 9, you know, 5 cost type options. Big nerf to Lucian Senna, big nerf to Kindred, makes these like AD Fast 9 options not as good as they once were. And also buffs to a lot of other stuff have just kind of opened up different lines that just did not exist last patch. So we'll talk about that a little bit more as we transition into the board. But for now, we're just clearing people. It is interesting because we can, I mean, especially on this round, I mean, he just has to scout and say, am I losing any of these fights? And I think he might be confident. Okay, yeah. I was going to say, if we think we're close to losing any of these fights, we should certainly feel the Lux here in order to win this fight, because it is way, you know, the Bard is probably going to farm us 1 gold, and then keeping the streak here is worth, I mean, at the least a few gold, and at the most, I mean, you know, 10 gold, 15 gold if we keep a streak going on further. We do opt to hold on to the Bards, though. We could have opted to sell the Bards there for econ, but he says, you know what, Bard is actually quite likely to be my level 6, though honestly, is that really true looking at this? I mean, now that we found the Xin Zhao, really feel like Demacia would be a really nice next in here. So we'll see what CantWithoutYou wants to prioritize here. Void Staff Morello. I mean, the items look amazing. Just the double slam here to allow us to it is actually funny. He actually gets a little bit punished here in that we lose out on that spat option, though he probably still would have slammed Void Staff Morello the more I think about it. And he's gonna item carry the Bard here. Just say, you know what? Bard is a Bard 2 is a Bard 2. They actually did buff Bard this patch. I'm trying to remember if they buffed I believe they did buff Bard 2. Let me pull up the, actually no, I have the patch notes right here. Control F Bard. Yeah, Bard 2. They buffed Bard at 1, 2, and 3. So Bard 2 a little bit stronger here. Look at this. Oh my god. He sees the late game specialist there and just guns for it immediately. He says, I'm 100 streaking. I have XP Ionia. I have everything going for me. Why shouldn't I take the late game specialist and have that be my game plan? Make it to 9 and then fast 9 it. I mean, it makes perfect sense. And the spot looks amazing. I will say we're holding onto these epoch rolls still until we really need them. If we ever do take losses, that's what the Bard's for. He's our insurance policy, where when we start taking losses, he's going to start farming us those rerolls. Remember, pretty bad for farming rerolls on stage 3 and stage 4 now. I mean, 4 you're at least getting 2 per, but only getting 1 per loss on stage 3. I mean, it feels bad because, you know, once upon a time we were getting 2 and just absolutely having an insane amount of rerolls. But like I said, if you keep winning fights, then Bard is actually just straight up buffed. And we're actually opting to item hold him here, which is so cool to see. This is not something that, you know, most people were doing item hold Bard on like in a tempo sense. Really, you know, most people last patch were using him as that lost streak bot and then using him to, you know, use all those rolls on our lost streak here. Really aggro level here, but not that aggro from an economy standpoint. We still get to make 30 gold here, and anytime you can make 30 and level, usually you do it, especially if you're on a streak like this that could end up you know, being broken by somebody like Robin, who's streaking really hard here, has a disgusting Sona set up with the Archangel Gunblade. The Sona comp, by the way, the one we talked about, that the, what was it, Zyra #1 fan was playing, is becoming really popular on this patch. So I think people have optimized the build a little bit better, realizing that Archangels just kind of makes sense on a unit like Sona, which I was, you know, kind of thinking about, but never really saw it happen that much. Last patch, you know, the player who was one-tricking it didn't end up playing it very much, but I mean, still, now I think people have kind of realized that that's the way to go. Slam Ionia spat here. This is partially towards our idea of what comp we're going to play later. The Fast 9 board that we're going to play will contain Ionia. But the other thing is this allows us to fit 5 Ionia in here and get that +1 XP per round from the trait. So we're playing XP Ionia. So yeah, honestly, wow. I am kind of impressed by this Bard 2 just carry. I low-key want to start playing around this Bard 2 guy more because I feel like, I mean, you only nowadays, I would say, play Bard from a reroll augment like this. I doubt that you're, you know, spending a bunch of gold to roll down for Bard, unless you are playing some kind of reroll comp that, you know, can and wants to fit him. You know, if you're playing Sona reroll, you probably still do unlock Bard just because you do want to just have that ability to farm the free rerolls, farm the units, stuff like that. But outside of reroll context, you're not really going to roll for him tempo-wise unless you get an augment like Epoch, like Calculated Loss, stuff like that. So yeah, take our first loss of the game here. Very sad, actually. Yeah, Robin's board was just too strong, but that's okay. He's going to solo frontline here to unlock the set. Wow, that is a, I mean, but we might as well, right? This is going to allow us to play 7 Ionia if we pick up another Ionia unit, which is the real moneymaker in terms of XP. That is what you, oh my god, and we just got an RE2 there. So, I mean, I think you can feel good about that. There's the set. Oh, and yeah, he does unlock the cannon as well with the amount of units that he played. So this is just 7 Ionia if he so wishes, and he will certainly play it. So, yep, going to move items over here. I'm going to throw Ionia Spat plus Morello onto the Bardo, and is going to make a Stair Axe here, just as kind of a tank item, saying, I'm kind of feeling heavy on these swords here. I don't really need an extra sword as far as damage items go, so I might as well slam this here. And I will say as well, the comp that we are going to play towards, I mean, it's not a great Stair Axe comp. It's unlikely that we are going to play like a traditional Stair Axe, you know, like a Volibear or something like that. But I mean, we could potentially fit it. We'll see where we go from here. All right, let's look at last augment here. We're pretty decent from an econ perspective. I think we can just greed last combat here. We do see enter the Placidium, I think it's called, the one that gives your whole team 12 DR, which is a lot of DR to give to an entire team. I mean, I don't think it's Pandora's. I don't really think we're playing that much of an auto attack reliant comp, so I don't think Mess Hall's that good. He's looking at Swordsmith for the idea of just more damage items is good in spots like these, especially when you're going fast 9. But he does opt to actually take enter the Placidium and saying, you know what, it's just a good combat augment in this spot here. I've already taken double econ here, so I don't need triple econ in this spot. I would rather just pick up a combat augment here and feel good about it. But yeah, we are at this point just gonna chill a bit, going to sack this stage and then push 9 and then use our calculated loss, or not calculated loss, but late game specialist gold to Giga Spike. Even if we 5 lost this stage, we won't die. I mean, we won't even be close to dying. We'll be a little bit low here, so hopefully I would say we do not 5 loss, but if we do, not the end of the world. We can make it work. Pick up Milio here. What is that? Why did he just throw a Milio onto the board? He's trying to unlock something, right? He is trying to unlock Koboko and Yumi, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is our last unit to unlock Koboko? Oh, we have Kennen in as well, right? So yeah, he wants to unlock Koboko Yumi here. This is, I mean, I guess as good as time as any to unlock him here. I guess is the thought. It's kind of interesting because very likely the board that we are playing is not going to contain Koboko Yumi. We'll see. We'll see where we go from here. There's still a lot of options here. I mean, it's great units. I just don't know exactly what we're going to do with it. Pick up Bow here. Interesting. Speaking of questions as well, I don't really know what the bow is for. Once again, I feel like we have enough damage items. But yeah, we're going to level here and opt to not roll yet, actually. We're going to chill just for a bit here. We have this Vi. And important, look at the units that we're holding on to, right? We're holding on to the... Oh, no, that doesn't make any sense. I was going to say, did he do this so that he could unlock Ziggs here? But I mean, you could have just thrown these items onto a cannon anyway and still unlock the Ziggs, so I don't think it really matters. Now we can start to see kind of coming into focus, though, what we actually do want to play for. We unlock the Ziggs here, who is going to be one of our primary carries on 9. We already have the Set, who is great. We do have one more unlock that we really want to play for here, and we feel the Leona and the Ziggs here, and that is how, or we feel the Leona and the Caitlyn here, and that's how we're going to get this final very important unlock, which is the Ryze. So really nice thing about this comp is your 5 costs are all unlocks. Set, Ryze, and Ziggs, you can guarantee all of them 1 star once you reach level 9, and once you reach level 8 for the Set. Makes the comp very, very consistent to get to at 1 stars, and then the question is just how well can you do at picking up the 2-star units. But yeah, he's going to start pivoting the board here. Throws Team Planner in, so actually we can talk about the comp now that he Team Planners it out so nicely for us. Yeah, it needs to cut the Koboko and Yumi usually, and play. Well, normally it's cut Koboko, Yumi, play the Monkey Wukong here, and this is the board. The idea is it's a Ryze Ziggs carry board. You get a lot of fantastic traits in here. You get the Yordle in, which is so important for Ryze. The ability to just shrink units that he hits is huge. You get the Targon in, which is basically free. You get Piltover and Zon and Ionia. Ionia helps spread it all around. I mean, it's a fantastic board for Ryze. So that's the idea behind the comp. And oh my God, we're gonna go fast 10. And I don't actually know what his next in is on this board here. He does find a Ryze 2 on the way down, is picking up Set here. There's Ari in onto the board. Keep rolling down here. It's a surprisingly low roll, honestly. We don't even hit, much of anything here. And yeah, we're just going to play the 5 Ionia for now. Going to Morello the Ziggs here. Going to just try to find some frontline items. Adaptive onto Ryze here. Upside is this board is so strong that, my God, even without a full frontline done, we clear this board, win this fight super, super easily, and we are going to continue our roll down here. My God. So yeah, his thought process is that with the Ionia +1, we're looking for something else to play, so we might as well just play a 5 Ionia setup here. Honestly, I wonder if Lucian Senna is just better than 5 Ionia. I guess in his estimation, no. I mean, 5 Ionia buffs the Ryze, it buffs, we are a level 10 XP Ionia board, so from that perspective, it is a lot of extra stats. So, okay, I could see it, honestly. I could see it. It's not like we get Arcaniston on this board, right? There's no other Arcanist to pair up with Ahri, I don't believe, so we don't get that. But, you know, she's still, an Ahri's an Ahri, I guess. But yeah, I mean, this is the board, plus Ahri, and, you know, the fact that we made it to 10, which is fantastic. You will see this Ryze unit. I feel like this guy is just a monster. I mean, anytime you have Yordle Ryze, you saw it in the last VOD that I did, just the ability for him to shrink the entire board is disgusting. Ionia is so good onto Ryze so that you are getting that ability to spread it around. The blast splitting. There was someone, a very high elo European player, I forget his name, who was saying that Ionia is the best effect for Ryze, because what does Ryze want to do? He wants to spread debuffs like Yordle very easily. Freljord's the other one on the other board that we talked about last VOD. So he wants to spread these debuffs, and then he wants to do damage. And I mean, that's what both do. We actually pick up long shot spat on Carousel here, which is kind of crazy. So now we can throw that onto Ryze here, get an extra long shot in, and then I guess Adaptive can move to frontline here onto the Wu. Or actually, yeah, we have a 2-star this dude, so we might as well do that there. And then yeah, we can just Adaptive onto the set, and the board is looking good, I would say. The board is looking very good. We are getting a little bit blown here by whoever this guy is. Marcel P is trying to, I guess, beat us with that board, but we actually kind of end up clearing him. So it's a top 4 locked in. Without You, Marcel P, Jungle Book, and Darth Noob here. Just gonna roll down, pick up the Ziggs 2, which is, I mean, the last just gargantuan upgrade on this board. And at this point, if you guys play against this board, the Riggs board, as they're calling it, Ryze plus Ziggs, I mean, you will see that it just feels impossible to beat this board late game. The amount of just value that Ryze gets hitting essentially your entire board with this Ionia. One, he just does a ton of damage. I mean, look, 9,000 damage from Ryze. And he's also providing utility for the entire board. I mean, the unit is just not okay. And obviously, it's a fast 9 comp. It should be the best comp in the game. I mean, I think it's a fun comp. I can't wait until I've only got to play 1 game on this patch so far. Imagine having a job. Oh my god. But it's so cringe. But I can't wait till I get a spot to play this, because it looks like I'm just watching this Ryze bounce around the board, kill everything. We get a ton more gold here, which, I mean, 3-star 5 cost, maybe, I guess, is what we can go for here. We are going to move a few items around. We do pick up a JG here, so we can, unmake these onto set so that we can pick up the Hodge, or the TG. Oh, that's a cool idea. So just TG here, make the real tank items there, and then move also the real tank items over to the Wukong here, because he is our main tank here. I mean, it's just light work. I mean, there's just nothing to be said. We win this fight. It's a 2-player kill, and I mean, we're looking at a 7 streak to just end out the game with this board. I mean, it didn't look close. He does find. He's actually, what a Wokch player. He's actually like not even worrying that much about positioning, and he's just rolling it down, trying to see how many Ziggs he can get. Okay, well, I have some respect for CantWithoutYou after watching this, because he kind of tried to go for it. He kind of tried to go for the 3-star Ziggs. And wow, wait, this fight looked really close. That was just a standard Ionia board out of Jungle Book, right? Am I crazy? It wasn't a standard. It was a very fast 9 Ionia board. Okay, so this is just like a fast 9 Ionia board with like the Kindred stuff, and then set to Wukong 2, and then Volibear plus. Okay, this is a cool board. This is just a nice fast 9 Ionia board. So I mean, honestly, a respectable fight though. I thought this fight would be nowhere near close, but I mean, set on both sides doing insane work here. And it is though still just a free win for CantWithoutYou. So, I mean, just a dominating performance showing off the best comp of the patch. I feel like it's a perfect VOD to review. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch, my Metafy, all my links down below. I do have an exciting update coming for Metafy soon. So, if you guys, you can just follow my Metafy. I'm basically going to be reworking a lot of the sub tiers on Metafy and offering some really cool stuff. And so I guess you can just go follow and join my Metafy group description down below there if you want to be updated when that happens. So yeah, go do that. I would appreciate it. And good luck on the patch. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.